First sip of coffee. Nothing better than that first sip. So we are actually gonna spend the next few days together. I'm gonna take you around kind of what a typical weekend looks like for me. Honestly, it's nothing very exciting. It's jujitsu, work, lots of coffee, and usually just spending time outside if the weather is nice with my husband, or we go thrifting around, we get some good food. We don't do too many crazy and wild things, but we like it that way. So today's first order of business is I'm gonna go register for school, which is so crazy to say. So that's it. I'm all registered for school and I'm really excited. Let me tell you, going back to school was absolutely not on my list of things to do this year. Wasn't on my list of things to do ever. And it truly happened out of nowhere, and over the span of 2 to 3 weeks, I went from one day suddenly realizing that I'm going to school, and then up until registration. I didn't even tell you what school I'm going to. I'm not going back to college, thank God. I'm going to esthetician school, and for anybody who doesn't know what that is, think skincare, facials, anything to do with your skin, that's esthetician school. I've been a makeup artist now for 9 years, which is a pretty good amount of time. I went to makeup school after I finished my undergrad, and now kind of suddenly out of nowhere, I'm making the decision to go back to esthetician school. So it's only 6 months. It's going to be 6 months full time. I'm going Monday through Friday, and it's great. I'm done by 3 p.m. I can still work at the gym at night, and then weekends I can still do weddings. So really, it's not that bad. My schedule is definitely going to be very full, but it's really not bad. When I had this sudden realization that I'm going to go to esthetician school, I had just the shock, right? I went through a very downward spiral of realizing I have to go to school, and, it's interrupting my work, and all I want to do this year is work, and this is going to be my busiest year yet with weddings, and I was like, going to school is just going to interrupt everything. But then once the reality set in, I started looking at it from a different point of view, and I started thinking, I think this could actually be really good, and maybe this whole time I was limiting myself to just doing makeup, and being a licensed esthetician will only help me as a makeup artist. I'm hoping that I love it, and I'm hoping that I love doing the services, and I'm hoping that I love doing facials, and I can add those services into what I already do as a makeup artist. But even if I don't, the knowledge and the hands-on skills that I will get from this school will only help me as an artist. Skincare and makeup go hand in hand. So the next 6 months are going to be really crazy, but I think I'm ready. So I'm packing my stuff to go to the gym soon. What do I have today? Kids class at 5, and then I'm gonna train Nogi at 7. So shampoo and conditioner, of course. This is the very pretty royal blue gi. And then for Nogi, we're going full alchemize, baby. We're going with this rash guard. I love the sleeve, like literally obsessed with the color. And then these are the everyday leggings. They're not the super, who is that outside? Anyway, these aren't the super high-waisted grappling ones, but they are, I wish you guys could feel this material. It's so soft and so comfortable. I love these leggings. And that's it. So I have a potential bride. I have a call with her for her July wedding. I have a call with her in about 15 or so minutes, and then right after that call, I have to rush out the door. And I also want to pack a snack, maybe a banana, fruit. I don't know. We'll see. It's nearing the end of the week, so all of the good options for stuff in the fridge we're running out of. So remember how I said we were going to spend the next couple of days together? Well, it's now a week later. I started filming that vlog last Thursday, which was March 21st, and now it's the following Wednesday. I feel like you could agree in the beginning of this vlog, I looked totally normal, fine, healthy. Well, I went to jiu-jitsu that night, taught the kids,
felt fine. I had an hour in between the kids' classes and when I trained, felt fine. And then I would say towards the beginning of when I started to train, I started to get a little bit of a headache, which was weird because I don't ever get headaches. And then we're drilling, la 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 la, everything's fine. My coach is showing a move and I'm sitting down and I swallow. And I'm like, oh no. And I was like, I cannot be getting sick. And I started rolling. And aside from me getting my butt thoroughly kicked in no-gi, I just started training no-gi again. I was feeling so tired. And towards the end of the rounds, I'm like, I don't really know if I feel well. And then when class ended, I was feeling out of it. I'm like, I think I'm getting sick. Like, I don't feel well. I ended up getting sick. And it was a downward spiral from there. I had a fever for 3 days. I, was sweating and freezing and sweating and freezing. My throat, I had never had a sore throat as bad as I did. And I'm not trying to exaggerate, but it literally felt like I was swallowing a bowling ball of knives. So Sunday, I woke up and I started crying. I'm such a baby. My throat wasn't getting better. I wasn't feeling better, and I started wondering if I had strep. So I went to urgent care, tested negative for the flu and COVID, and the strep test came back positive. And yeah, I just got taken down, knocked out by freaking strep throat. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. I don't really remember strep being as horrible when I was a kid, but as an adult, who at 32 years old gets strep throat? I don't know, but it was absolutely horrible. But we survived and I'm feeling back to 100%. So here we are a week later. So on top of that, my husband and I have also been staying at my parents' house all week because they're up in New Hampshire visiting my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece and nephew. They're twins and they're also expecting a baby girl in a couple months. So anyway, they're staying up there with them for a week just visiting. So whenever they do that, my husband and I stay at their house to watch the dog. So we've been over there, but today I have to pack my kit for a bridal trial tomorrow, which I was supposed to have on Monday, but had to cancel. I had so many things to do last weekend and strep got in the freaking way. Thankfully, I was able to reschedule the appointments that I had last weekend. So we're getting my kit ready for my trial tomorrow. I'm going a little crazy over washing everything to make sure that everything is disinfected in both my house and my parents' house. Pillows, couch covers, blankets, all from my parents' house, obviously, because I was actively sick there. But then I was like, I was contagious when I was here, so I gotta wash everything from here too. Rugs, pillows, comforter, every blanket that we own. Like, I am just going in on the laundry. Also, look how freaking cute these pillows are. I thrifted them for $5 and they are giving the ultimate grandma vibes. I freaking love them. It's Friday. It's been a couple days since we've been on here, but I feel like my whole routine just kind of got messed up being at my parents' house. I was at their house for a week while they were away. I just spent the day moving all my stuff back in. I was there for a week, but the amount of stuff that I had made it look like I was there for a month. And I just made my first meal of the day, guys. It's 3:48 right now. I have not eaten. I have not had coffee. That is not okay. So I just made this really quick meal that I'm gonna stuff my face with: eggs, beef sausage, buffalo sauce, and a tortilla. And I haven't done any grocery shopping this week because, like I said, just with being sick last weekend and then my routine, it was just a weird week. So we have no groceries, and to avoid eating out all weekend, I'm gonna go get some good stuff at the grocery store. Let's see what we got. And remember, these are just groceries for the weekend because we don't have like any food and I would love to not eat out all weekend long. So this is what I got. Yogurt for breakfast. Pasta. I'm gonna make that chicken Alfredo in the crock pot. I think tomorrow, let that cook all day. I made that, I think, in my last video or the video before that. Really good. Pineapples were on sale, so I got one just to snack on, to have some fresh fruit. Little special drinks for tonight. I'm gonna make quesadillas tonight, so got some guac. Our favorite seasoning for the quesadillas. Cheese for the quesadillas. Some hummus just to have for a snack. I really like getting this hummus because there's no seasoning seed oils in there. And then since tomorrow is Saturday, once we both finish whatever we have to do tomorrow, we'll probably go out and explore. And I think the weekend is supposed to be really nice, but we always need a snack no matter what we do. So I got some prosciutto, some cheese to go with it. And then we really love these epic meat bars. This flavor is the cranberry one. It's bison. So freaking good. Salsa for the quesadillas tonight. Miscellaneous things to cook with. Now, this was kind of a splurge. I don't normally get this because these kinds of meats are pretty expensive. So during the week, we mostly eat just regular ground beef and maybe chicken one day a week. This is the Force of Nature Ancestral Blend. It's 100% grass-fed beef, beef liver, and beef heart. Chicken that was way too expensive. Boulder is probably our favorite brand of chip, and this flavor is so good. The jalapeno, so good. These tortillas are amazing. I do want to master the sourdough tortilla, but until I get that recipe straight, these are really, really good. And the only ingredients in there are flour, organic cassava, avocado oil, salt, and water. That's how tortillas should be, not with all these added extra ingredients in there. And that's it. Good morning. I'll be honest, I have not done a workout or trained since the night that I started feeling sick, which was over a week ago now, but it's Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna break this cycle of not working out. We're gonna get a little workout in. It can be so easy to fall into and continue that cycle of not training and not working out. You just need to remind yourself how much better you feel when you do work out, when you do lift, when you do go for a run, when you train jujitsu. You feel better, you get the endorphins going. So let's get the day going and start it off on a good note. Finally making some coffee, the best part of the morning. Today, I'm gonna go do some makeup, so I have to refresh and organize my kit. And then afterwards, the day is kind of open. Maybe I'll go thrifting. Or what I should do is start making some floral arrangements for my sister-in-law's baby Sprinkle. It's in 3 weeks and I feel like it's come up so fast, but some floral arrangements that I want to make are for the welcome sign and then for her backdrop. So I got a few of these floral cages, and the past 2 months I've just been getting all types of fake flowers. How beautiful are these? Are you kidding me? I've got this other box. I've got this giant bag full of all different greenery and flowers. I'm so excited. I love this stuff. So after I do the makeup, I might come back and start making some of the arrangements. I feel like it's just gonna be a day of girly things, you know? Makeup, flowers, thrifting. Actually, there's a few questions that I did receive on Instagram that I wanted to chat about just to kind of end the vlog somewhere. I feel like this vlog has been so all over the place. I really don't know where it was going. So one of the questions was tips for when you get down on yourself about training and feel like you're getting stagnant. I feel like that is like the story of my life. Sometimes, honestly, I feel like one of the best things to do is to switch up your training environment. As much as, you know, we all love our academies, we train with the same people every day. And if you're lucky enough like me where my school's pretty big, so there's lots of training partners, I tend to gravitate towards the same people all the time. So it's really easy to start learning each other's games and to kind of stick with the same moves that you do all the time. So if you can find maybe an open mat or even just a nearby gym and drop into one of their classes, switching up the environment, rolling with different people presents new challenges and I think can reignite a little bit of your fire in jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? Something kind of similar is if you're feeling really stagnant with the moves that you're doing and you just kind of feel like you're doing the same stuff all the time, sometimes learning from a different coach can be really helpful. Going to a different school and dropping into a class, or investing a little bit and maybe going to a seminar from a black belt that you really admire. Tips for when you get down on yourself. I think it's taking a step back and really looking at the situation and really asking yourself, why do I feel down about myself, about my training? Is it because I feel like I'm doing the same stuff all the time? Is it because I feel like I'm still getting smashed in the same positions all the time? Have I not gotten promoted in a while and I'm starting to maybe not feel seen in the room? Like there's so many different reasons why we can feel down about ourselves. Maybe we're trying this one move and we've been trying it for a long time and it's just not working. If there's some things that you're questioning about yourself and your jiu-jitsu, you can always talk to your coach or talk to an upper belt in the room that you trust. And another question that I wanted to chat about today is thoughts on women that train jiu-jitsu while pregnant. This is something so personal, and I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer. I think it truly comes down to your comfort and what you feel comfortable with while you're pregnant. I have seen plenty of women that train all throughout their pregnancy. I've seen women that maybe train for the first couple of months and then when their belly just gets too big, they stop training. I've seen women that don't feel comfortable at all. Me, personally, I see myself not training jiu-jitsu while I'm pregnant. No shade to anyone that does. Like I said, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it. It all comes down to your body and how you feel comfortable doing it. I just feel like as controlled as jiu-jitsu can be, there is a level of risk that's always there. And I think I have this point of view more so now because of what happened to me when I got injured. It really made me realize anything can happen at any second. And for me, when the day comes when I am pregnant, I'm sure that there are going to be so many things that I'm just going to be worried about already and focused on and concerned with what's going on with my body. And I wouldn't want to put myself at a potential risk with jiu-jitsu. You can train with people that you trust. You can train with people your size. You can do all of the right things, but I think it also puts a lot of responsibility, like jiu-jitsu normally does, a lot of responsibility on your training partners. And we put a lot of responsibility into our training partners every day. You know, we're both working to keep each other safe, right? But I just feel like you're putting a lot of responsibility into somebody else's hands to keep you safe during a very important, the most important stage of your life, right? I think I would probably just take the safer route. You know, there's so many other physical activities that I can do to stay active and stay in shape and stay healthy while I'm pregnant. And kind of going back to the added risk of training jiu-jitsu while you're pregnant, it's not always even just keeping, you know, your belly safe and keeping your baby safe. It's also just the general risk of getting injured, right? When you're pregnant, you're already dealing with this amazing, crazy change that's happening in your body. Like I said earlier, because I've been through such a freak accident with my injury, anything can happen at any second. So I just personally wouldn't want to put myself at risk for an injury on any other part of my body while I'm pregnant. When I'm pregnant, I want to be as healthy as I can possibly be, you know, without the risk of rolling my ankle or fracturing my wrist or doing something to my elbow because an arm bar was too tight. You know what I mean? Like all of these risks that we face every single day when we train. Most of the time, these things don't happen, but they definitely do, and I wouldn't want that to happen while I'm pregnant. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I give women that are pregnant and they're in their third trimester with these big bellies and they're putting the gi on and they're putting a tight rash guard on and they're going in there and they're training. I give you guys so much credit. It just comes down to what you're comfortable with, that's all. And if you did train jiu-jitsu while pregnant, I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear how you kept yourself safe. I would love to hear how you felt during training. Leave a comment and let us all know. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. This took a lot longer than I anticipated, over a week. Some things kind of got shifted around a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me over the last couple of days, doing all types of random things. If there's anything specific that you guys want me to do or talk about in future videos, leave a comment and let me know. You can always DM me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and commenting and supporting and always messaging me really nice things. I appreciate you guys so much. So until the next video, I will see you guys next time.